Oh, hi! In this video, I thought I would give you a little update on what my life usually looks like, in the non-COVID-19 times. So this video is going to be all about what I normally do and how I got to doing that. Did you like the new intro? I tried something out. I figured I have time now. I should try and discover what animation means. So that happened. But that is not what this video is going to be about. In this video, I was going to tell you all about what I've been doing with my life. In order to do that, I'm going to jump back a few years to where we left off. You probably remember that I studied literature and linguistics at the University of Antwerp, and I got my master's in English there, and I got a second master's in literary studies, which was really nice. And then I started the PhD program, which was pretty cool. It was all about analyzing and digitizing manuscripts, Samuel Beckett manuscripts to be more precise. And after about 6 months, I realized that it was a little bit frustrating to study someone else's handwriting and words when all you want to do is write your own and perform them and create things. So I quit the PhD program. That was also around the time that my dad had been sick for more than a year. As you remember, he had cancer and he passed away a couple of years ago. So at that point, I kind of realized that life is a little bit too short to do something when your heart isn't in it. And I quit the PhD program without knowing what was going to come next. And I looked for entrance exams to drama studies. And I started all over again, this time with a drama studies in Antwerp called Word Art at the Royal Conservatory. And Word Art is a drama studies that focuses not purely on acting. It has stage and performance as one of its main core subjects, but it has two other core subjects, which are media, which covers pretty much anything from hosting to interviewing to radio work to documentary style videos. And it also has writing as another core subject. So that to me was a perfect combination, and it was an ideal studies. It was very intense and more than full time, and it was quite heavy, but I loved it so much, and it really helped me to get to where I am now. During my studies, I looked for an internship with a theater company that also included lots of video and documentary style things in their productions, which is a company called Berlin. They're also based in Antwerp, and they turn out to be a really lovely and amazing crew and family, and I love working with and for them. And it's been a really crazy ride. I've been with them for 5 years now, and I stuck around. I started with research and casting for one of their productions, and then I ended up editing a little bit for one of their productions, and now I'm actually doing a small sort of hostess part in one of their latest theater pieces. Because writing is a huge passion of mine, I always figured that as a graduation piece for my master's, I would write a novel or the beginnings of a novel. But then in about the third year, we had a workshop with two people who turned out to be colleagues and friends, and I'm doing a larger project with them, which is based in New York, actually, upstate New York. But they've been amazing. But they taught this kind of workshop that sort of combined all these elements that we had in school, the media aspects, the writing aspect, the stage aspect, into one. And they sort of showed me how you could create a solo on stage using different media and use that to really tell a story. Much in the way that YouTube works, really. You sort of address people who are watching you and you try to tell them a story, and you use all kinds of video or audio or imagery or, props or staging to do that and to tell that story. And it turned out that I really loved this form, and as a graduation piece, I made my first theater piece, which combined all of these elements. It even combined a little bit of YouTube, but I will tell you more about what that piece is all about in a separate video. So I made a graduation theater piece that I still play today. If you want to know more about that, I will make a separate video in which I tell you all about it and maybe show you some footage if you're interested in that. I don't want to go into it too much here because you might not find it interesting at all. And then in 2019, I was artist in residence with a theater company in Leuven, and they were absolutely amazing, and they gave me a chance to work on a new piece for about a year, which was just incredible, and it's not very common to be able to do that here in Belgium. So I was very lucky, and I premiered with that piece in September of 2019, and I will still be playing that together with the first piece that I made. So there's two solo pieces that are out there of mine, and I'm just incredibly lucky to be able to do that. And I'd love to tell you all about that second piece as well. So there's going to be another video in which I tell you all about that. If you don't care about any of it, you can skip those videos. And if you want to know more, you can just watch them, because I can show you some footage and talk about what they're about and why I made them. So aside from these two pieces that I'm currently playing, although not right now because of COVID-19, but aside from these two pieces, I also make lots of videos for other theater companies. I make montages or video portraits. I interview people and try and make sort of a nice, respectful portrait of those people and of their passions or strange occupations or things that they want to share, which I really enjoy doing. There's one video that I recently made for a big theater house in Brussels, which I would really like to share with you, and I already created English subtitles for that because we had a sort of a mix of an international as well as a Flemish audience and a French audience there. So I could share that with you guys. So over the last few years, I've been doing that, you know, making these two pieces, making videos for theater companies, editing a lot, and making some audio pieces as well, which I really enjoyed. I've also done dramaturgy for a big theater house in Brussels, and that was strange because I still don't really fully understand what it means to do that. Although I had an excellent dramaturg for my previous piece and the piece before that as well, and I'm in awe of what they're capable of and what they do. But it was very interesting for me to take on that position and try it out myself without really fully knowing what I should be doing. And I think for me, a lot of what I'm doing is kind of like that. You start doing things without really knowing what they mean or what you should be doing, but you just sort of figure it out along the way. I graduated near the end of 2017, so for the last 2.5 years, I've been very lucky to be able to do what I love full-time, and it's a little more than full-time because the schedules are just completely crazy, and I'm really bad at planning. That's the thing that I've learned. I just say yes to every assignment because I'm afraid that they will stop coming altogether, but they don't, and so I end up with loads and loads of work, which is a lot of fun. It can be really stressful, but I love doing what I do. Part of the reason that I'm able to do that, of course, is because as my dad got sick, I moved back home and I live in my old bedroom, which you may have recognized, although it has changed quite a bit from the last videos that I made. And I live here with my brother and my sister-in-law and my mother. And it's a big house, so we get along just fine, and I really love it. And this is a really great place to be. It's very calm, very quiet. There's lots of trees and green and just the sound of birds. You know, you wake up to the sound of birds. I mean, I couldn't really imagine anything better. So I think that's it. That's kind of my life, you know, in a nutshell, or a too long for YouTube kind of video. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it clarified some things or answered some questions that you may have had. If you have any others, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to answer questions that you have, if I can, and if they're not, you know, dirty, because don't go there. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to making those other two in which I talk about the two pieces that I've made. Don't forget to click the like button if you want to, because that would be greatly appreciated, and subscribe if you haven't already, because then you'll be notified of all these many YouTube videos that I make. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Peace out! It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I'm not even wearing pants. But you didn't know this. I could have gotten away with it if I just hadn't told you about it.